Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Cheers to Health. Of course, you gotta have me, that bad dude. He ain't worked out a little bit, but my gosh, you can't even tell. And of course, we got Omar Torres in the building. We are here and we are happy to be back. You know, school's back in session, summer's coming to an end. And we got to get back to the grind, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So we are live on Facebook. I didn't think we
Oh,
were gonna do that, but it
okay.
automatically.
Thanks for the heads up on that one.
Well, we'll run it. We'll run it.
Okay.
So yeah, dude, summer is coming to an end. How was your summer, dude? What'd you get done? How were you able to kind of navigate through those months?
Oh my gosh. My summer has been a roller coaster of emotions, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about mental health awareness. I did a lot of good, what do you call it? Mind, mental health training, however you want to put it, of just working on myself, And it's been rough, but you got to do the hard stuff in order to enjoy the good stuff as well.
Sure.
And that's what I've been doing. I've been slacking a little bit in the gym, not gonna lie to you guys, but I've been busy at work. I've got all the excuses, but we're here to say there's no more time for excuses. Let's get up, let's get out, and let's get active.
That's right. That's the true thing, dude. So working on your mental health and all that, yeah, man, that'll take it out of you for sure. Especially when you're trying to, stay busy at work, making sure you're taking care of what you need to take care of. And dude, speaking of, how's the job, dude? What's the updates on that?
Well, as of now, we are still employed, so shout out to that. But again, it is still pending, so we are still waiting for the green light. But I mean, we've got the green light to keep going, but for how long, or just it's still under investigation, however you want to put it. Now, I wouldn't say under investigation, but it's still in the legal process of whether Job Corps is going to stay open or not.
Okay.
But as of right now, we are trucking and we are rolling. They're going to have a big graduation this Friday, so we're just getting prepared for that. So that's going to be great. Seeing all the folks who graduated, they get to come back and walk and get to be a part of that. It's always fun, man. It's always cool seeing them because you're with them like on a daily basis. So it's almost like watching your kids grow up, or just a close friend or a family. It's really good. It's really moving as well.
But yeah, it's nice to see your people succeed. You're there, you help them along
Absolutely, that's
the
where we
way.
do it.
They're taking that path to better themselves.
Yes, sir. It's really good. It's really cool. It really is, man. Like I said, because a lot of them are breaking those. I'll call them generational curses, man. I had this one young man come to me yesterday, the beginning of the week. I'm sorry, Monday morning. He came to me because I'm the registrar there as well, and I make sure that they get their credits and make their transcript for them. And he was excited. He said, "Mr. Torres, Mr. Torres," and I was like, "What's going on, buddy?" He said, "I'm done." And for a second, I was like, "What's going on, bud?" Because usually they come to me for every different reason. So my mind's like, okay, what's going on here? And then he's like, no, I finally finished my high school. So he finally got his high school diploma, and he's the first one in his family to ever get his high school diploma. So I'm like, talk about breaking generations and making generational changes. It's awesome seeing that.
There you go.
It really is. And I mean, you just that's one of the reasons why I've stayed there for so long, and I'm so passionate about that place, is because I mean it really does make a lot of changes in people's life, generational changes.
That's right. Breaking away from that.
Absolutely.
Remember when
That's
we
what I try
talked
to tell them.
to,
Stick to the plan.
yeah, talked to the lawyer, and he was talking about how his family was growing up, you know, not the best health. They were plumbers and stuff like that. And he came up, boom, lawyer, doing things and being super healthy. Heck yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
It's possible.
Big changes. It is possible.
Don't let things set you back. If you want to do something and it's attainable, get it, dude.
Do it.
Boom.
Do it. Get up and
We're
do
al-
it.
we're always saying, just do it. You know what I mean?
Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, like I said, it's all about if you want it, and that's what I tell them, man. I mean, I could give you everything I got, but if you don't want it, you gotta want it. You gotta do it for yourself. You gotta do it for yourself, and that's what I tell them. And they're like I said, I'm really happy for a lot of them. It's gonna be good.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So what kind of things are you doing for your mental health that maybe that's somebody's going through a similar kind of deal? What kind of things can you tell somebody like, "Hey man, this is how we can get through this?"
Well, I feel like every case is different. Mine is a little different too because I'm a person who's never actually sat down with their own emotions. So actually, for me, I'll just speak for myself here, and then if you can use any of it, you go right ahead. But for me, it was almost like isolating myself a little bit, because I always tend to run to easy and what is that, instant gratification instead of dealing with the emotions or actually actually just dealing with whatever's going on. I like to just take the easy way and instant gratification or whatever that might be. And for me at the time, I decided to get off of social media for a little bit just because I felt like it was a distraction for me and for my mental health. So that's why I haven't been on social media for a little bit because it can distract you in not the best way I feel like. And so for me, I was just like, you know what, I need to take a break from that just because I tend to just, what's it called, doom scroll or whatever it's called, and just
Yeah.
get on there and just scroll away just so I don't have to really think about anything. Just taking the time to really reflect on what I was feeling and why I was feeling that way, and then having this conversation with people that maybe you felt some type of way about. Like I said, just putting in the work. A lot of times we like to try to not have those conversations or not talk about how we're feeling, and it sucks. It sucks holding on to it, but I felt like it was like a workout. I put in all this work in for my mental health, and then having that conversation or whatever it might have been. But then afterwards, the way you feel, it felt like I just did a workout and just like that overwhelming just of endorphin release you get. That's what I feel, and that's what I've been feeling lately. Because again, I've just hung on to all those emotions for so long that I wasn't able to. I've never been able to actually express the emotions or feel those emotions. So that's kind of just what I've been doing is doing that. A whole lot of that, like I said, it's been. I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been the easiest, but it's something that I feel like it's gonna help me for the long term, and not for the instant gratification.
Yeah. No, and we talked about this before where I think it's for a majority of dudes. Like we are, you know, set in this kind of mindset. Let's just keep trucking through. Let's avoid this. We got to take care of business. But that's not good for you, man. It's going to put a load of stress on you. When you do get into a situation, whether it's a relationship or something like that, and you're trying to communicate pretty well, it's hard for you to communicate if you're not used to it. And then you
Yep,
come off the wrong way and you end up putting yourself in a bigger hole. That's
absolutely.
something, I mean, I feel like a lot of married people
Yeah.
or people that been into a long term relationship or something like that, where you get into maybe an argument or something like that, and you try to express yourself the best you can, but
Hmm.
you don't know
Yeah.
that well. So it's like
Oh, absolutely.
you're either not talking because you don't want to come off in a wrong way, or you're saying some stuff that you're like, "Why'd I do that? I should have said that a little
Hmm.
bit different tone, maybe, expanded on it." But, I mean, sometimes if you communicate that well, you can get through that and be like, "Okay, where did I go wrong? Hey, I didn't mean it that way." And that's why there's people out there you can talk to. Counselors, therapists, psychiatrists, things like that, to help you break it
Absolutely.
down, being like, "Hey, man, let's do this exercise right here to kinda express how you're feeling,
Hmm.
and then go from there so you don't sabotage or
Big,
whatever it is."
the big part of that, like you said, is just communicating. Just communicating. A lot of times, like you said, as males, I feel like we never really communicated that well because whatever was going on, get over it and get whatever you need to get done. And sure, that's okay to some degree, but sooner or later you got to take care of whatever's weighing on you or all that. It's just gonna keep piling up and piling up, and sure you're gonna have a freaking an outburst or whatever that could have been, avoided by having a conversation, by communicating, like, hey, just overwhelmed, or hey, I've been feeling this type of way, whatever it might have been. Instead, a lot of times we like to just hang on to it, like, nah, it's not that big a deal. Nah, it's not that. And then again, just packing onto it. Where sooner or later, it's gonna be something small too. It's not even gonna be that big a deal. You're gonna just poof. You're just gonna
Yep.
blow up. Yep.
Very true. That's
So that's what
solid.
I'm trying not to do. Not saying I get anger issues or anything like that, but like I said, I've got a bunch of stuff that I've just said whatever to, and I just put it in my backpack, and it's time to just take the stuff out and just lower the weight, and so I don't have to, even like for a relationship, if I get into a relationship or if I'm in a relationship, not being able to communicate very well, because like I said, I wasn't raised, or I've never been the person to open up to anybody or to express how I felt or whatever it might be, just because that's not how I was raised, or even how I thought afterwards, up until recently, where I'm just like, bud, like you can't be this kind of a person if you want to build a future with somebody or for yourself. I feel like it limits you a lot of times to even job opportunities, because again, your own self is holding you back. So that's a big thing for me right now, is just working on mental health, so my own mind doesn't get in the way of my future.
True. So dudes out there, whenever, ladies or whatever, your significant other is like, or communication is key. Communication is key. That's not
Ooh,
just one way, not just listening, but also letting them know what's going on with you and elaborating,
absolutely.
not just saying, I'm good. Okay. Because that's what I try to do sometimes. Like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Fine. Yeah, we all know Omar
I'm good.
nonchalant over there. I'm good. And
Yeah.
that monkey's got a bunch. Got a
Yeah.
bunch. Got
And
a bunch.
then yeah, you
But
don't
yeah,
you don't get rid of that little thing, like you said, it's gonna keep building up. Shoot. Yeah. They didn't do that. Now they're doing this. But you didn't say anything.
yep,
It's just gonna keep stacking if you don't say something. And then it's
absolutely.
just gonna put a toll on yourself. Like, dude, you did it yourself.
Yes, yes, yes. So again, just like I said, for me it was a big deal to work on it, and that's what I've been doing. So I just encourage people to do it. Just don't look for that instant gratification. Be better for yourself, and then in the future for your partner, or whatever it might be for your family. But mainly, again, just like I tell everybody else, do it for yourself. Okay?
Dang,
Because
dude.
if you don't do it for yourself, you can't do it for your partner, you can't do it for your kids, you can't do it for anybody else, because you can't even help yourself. So, main thing is making sure you're good, and then you can help others. Just like on an airplane, you put your mask on first, then you help somebody else.
Yeah, that's what they say. Because you
So,
can't
yeah,
help somebody if you're struggling.
absolutely. I feel like that was me, a big part of that too, but that's something we're working on.
So you didn't do anything fun all summer?
Oh. Well, I did.
Exciting?
I did just a lot. Did some golfing, not a whole lot of golfing, because it was so freaking hot. This Oklahoma weather, this heat is, man. I went golfing like 2 weeks ago, and boy, about had a heat stroke out there. Was out for like 2 days because my
Dang,
back was
dude.
hurting, and I was dehydrated. It was just all bad.
Well, you can't be doing.
But yeah. I mean, I honestly just worked a lot, but so I didn't really get to enjoy the summer too much, to be honest with you. Of course, I had my fun here and there, but I can't nothing that I didn't get to go freaking explore the world like some people did. Omar, you want to tell us about your summer?
Yeah,
You had
dude.
quite an eventful summer.
Yeah, we did a lot this summer. So, like we mentioned before, or on the last episode, was it the last one?
I
Got a
think
got a
so. It's pretty
baby.
close.
Okay,
Yeah,
got a new baby. 3 months
yeah.
now.
Shout out.
3 months old, little baby. And with that, we decided because we have some parents, some grandparents that we don't see often. We don't see family often at all, actually. But for this instance, there was a little, it's been a while. Kelsey's on maternity leave. Let's go see your parents. So we went to go see her dad in California with the baby.
Did y'all drive up there?
No, we flew. We
Okay,
flew.
good.
Yeah. Boys, they did pretty good, man. with the thing with traveling with little
Yeah,
shits
yeah.
is you gotta find things for them to do. You gotta, you know, let them pack their own little extra bag with their little stuffies, because that's what, they're big into, the little stuffed animals, maybe some action figures, their little carry-on bag, so they have
Hmm.
something to entertain themselves with. And then if at the end of it, that doesn't do it, dude, tablet, okay? And for you guys that are like, "Oh, tablet's the devil." No, dude, okay? It's the devil if you use it like 24/7, letting it be the parent pretty much. But it's okay to let them get on the dang tablet here and there. Watch a little show while we're taking a long flight or something like that. Sometimes that doesn't even work though. So you just gotta find ways with that too. Cause Maverick, that dude is not a tablet guy. He's like, nah, no, thank you. I don't want the tablet.
Here to terrorize shit.
But no, he didn't do too bad, man. He's pretty chill. He was excited of the plane ride. It's like, oh shoot, we're getting on the plane. Let me look out the window. He was like, oh, and he got excited when it started to take off. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, it was awesome.
Good. 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 Good.
But yeah, when we think about like health and wellness and traveling and things like that, dude, it takes us off our little program, our little routine, of course.
Hmm.
But there's always ways to find, you know, things to do active wise.
Hmm.
Not just chilling, doing nothing all weekend, not, maybe drinking too many beers or whatever. I mean, you can do that, but you're gonna be struggling. Prioritize those big things like your nutrition. Go for the low pro or the higher proteins. And dude, like I said, find a way to be active. In this situation, we went to the in-laws. They had a pool. Dude, make swim some laps. Pool is
Again,
like a
again, I
good
know I told you this
spot
before,
to do
but
things.
swimming is one of the best exercises there is. As fun and as relaxing it is, man, that's one of the best workouts you're gonna get. That's what I always tell everybody. Like, oh, I just did swimming today. That's all. Yeah, that's really good. Because I mean, I even remember when we used to swim quite a bit, and we'd be hungry afterwards. Just because, man, it's such a great workout for you. It is such a great workout for you.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing resistance the whole time, whether you're just walking in there, you can jog in place in the shallow end. You can do a bunch of air squats,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of things, man.
No, there's a lot of things you can do in there. It's like I said, it's one of the best workouts out there, and I love it. Wish I had a pool so I could just swim in there and call that my workout.
Yeah. What else do we do? Well, before that, we had her. Well, yeah, her mom, because they're split. So her mom came through first. So we were out here. I still stuck with my routine. Went in the gym when I could. And when that happens, dude, just go before people wake up or
Yep.
when there's like downtime. You guys ain't always gonna be doing things. There's
Mm-hmm.
downtime. You can sneak in the gym sesh, make it sure again, getting that protein in, getting the carbs, getting your energy. Especially if you're gonna be doing a lot of activities, do it. But yeah, dude, there's ways. And then also,
Absolutely.
you know, you can relay the information of staying healthy. For instance, I had, yeah, my father-in-law or stepfather-in-law. He came through. He's, a little bit older and he has a lot of issues, back issues, nerve issues, but it's chronic pain, dude. I think we talked about this before. Yeah, we did talk about this before with Dr. Mel, where we get so used to being in a chronic pain situation where we start backing away from any physical activities
Yeah.
and it just gets worse.
Yep.
So I was like, hey man, we got to build something. It's easy as doing a little bit of stretches, making sure we're flexible, being able to move around, but also just easy exercises, incline
Yeah.
push-ups, Supermans, things with bands. There's options there.
Or even a good stretch, like I said, just stretching in the morning, just getting good stretch, just to, again, just get the everything stretched out, just so it's not just and you're just keeping everything tight. Get everything if you can get a good stretch in the morning, that'd be so beneficial to you for the rest of the day. If you could do that, that would be that's something I would recommend you doing.
We did that. Then, so last weekend was my birthday weekend and Maverick's birthday weekend. So we
Shout
went out
out.
to, yeah, shout out Mav. We went out to Glenwood Springs, and in Glenwood Springs they have adventure park.
Hmm.
So it's like this. It's like on top of this mountain, and they have a bunch of like roller coasters and things. It's family friendly. It's not too crazy, but it was pretty cool, man. There was like nobody there, so we got into this little, what is it called, Alpine coaster, where you can go on this little thing. It was me and
Oh, okay.
Ethan. We'd get on it, and you can control the speed, but you'd go through like this
Yeah.
mountain, and you go through
Oh, that's really cool.
like that.
Yes, I've seen them, but was that fun?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Were you hitting the brakes a lot?
No, man, we went freaking full
Coward. Yeah.
throttle
Right.
on that bitty.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
You were scared. I know you were. I
No,
seen the
but I'll tell
videos.
you where I was scared. Okay, is they had this ride. It was called the Giant Swing. Okay, like Frontier City, that boat thing that goes like.
Yeah.
Well, this is only a four-seater, and it was kind of like a slingshot kind of thing. So it was going crazy, dude. Okay, it was me and Easton next to each other, dude. I was like, I'm gonna be brave. My boy's right here, but I was like, God. You whenever
Yeah.
you get on those things, like everything gets tight. You're like, oh my God, dude, I'm
Yeah.
freaking falling. I tried to keep a brave face, dude. It was hard. I think I got a picture of it where I actually looked like I was toughening it out. But no, we did that, and Easton took it like a champ. He was there, but the what do they call 'em? The people that operate the thing,
Yeah.
they were kind of looking at him like, "Hey, you okay, man?" Because I guess he kind of zoned out where he was like super focused. I don't know if it was like,
Yeah.
whenever you see something scary, you turn pale and you're like, I think that's what happened to him.
What do you say afterwards?
Well, afterwards, he had the unfortunate thing of having to get on again because Kelsey wanted to get on, but she couldn't get on with Maverick because he's not big enough and she has the baby. So she was like, Easton, come with me. So right after we got off, he got back in line. Boom. And the person was like, "You getting on again?" And he did it. But
That's sweet.
this
That's
time, I
cool.
think
That's good.
he said he didn't faint, but I think he freaking passed out, bro. Like this, like well, he has glasses, and they kind of have the sunglass thing, so I couldn't see his
Yeah.
eyes. But he was like this over on Kelsey. I was like, that motherfucker passed out, bro. But I guess it's normal.
But he did it. But he did it.
And then we got on another one, dude. This little thing I forgot what it's called. It was something tower, but it's one of those that like just drops. But this thing drops down in like a mine, so it goes in a mountain and it drops down in a mine, and it's pretty cool. It's got a fake setup though, like it's got like crystals or whatever, but it's still pretty
What do you
cool.
expect? More fucking real crystals in there?
Well, I'm saying like because it's a mine, you have things that they mine. So, but they have to make it look nice or whatever. I mean, outside they had like rocks and stuff that you could look at, but
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It
Oh, good.
dropped 100 something feet in like 3 seconds. So it's just like drop. It's like I thought I was gonna be good on that one, dude, because it was only 3 seconds. It's like I got this. Nope, same thing. I was, motherfuck. It was yeah. He had to do that one 2 times too, but he actually wanted to get on that one. He's brave.
Well, that's good, man. That's good for him. I'm happy to hear that. Because I know
Oh
I
man.
probably, like I said, even at that age, I probably like, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yep. I remember, yeah, because we were like that though. Growing up, we
Yeah.
didn't really get on roller coasters or anything like that.
The only time I remember was when we went to Six Flags, and that time I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna get on some rides. But I didn't get on the one that just
No,
drops you.
I did. Well, no, I
Fuck that
did.
one.
It was the Superman.
You did. Yeah, you got on that one. I think you were the
Where I
only
got
one that got on that one.
traumatized. I was like, "I'm
Yeah,
never seeing
fuck
one of those
that.
again."
Yeah, I know.
That was with Willie.
Yeah,
No,
that
but
was a
that,
good time. Now.
like I said, there was like nobody there, and they had a few like coasters, and there was a few that Maverick can get on, and then Sons of Guns, they would just keep going back on there. Like, ah, I'm going back. I'm going back.
Well, good.
Whatever, dude.
It's there, bro. Let them fucking ride it. Because, like I said, if it was packed, then they would only got to ride it once.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, ride that monkey as long as you can.
I think they were, how many times? Let's see. I think they got on it like 6 times. They got on it
Really,
with me, I think 2 or 3 times, and they got on it with Kelsey about the same, probably more.
that's awesome. That's good.
Freaking maniac.
You know, we had to wait in lines. Usually, you got to wait lines and hours for shit, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, before we went to Glenwood Springs, so in that area, there's a hike, and the hike takes you to Hanging Lake, and it's this cool little lake, dude. It's got a waterfall and stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of like things on Instagram where you could see, and it looks freaking sweet, dude. That hike, because the elevation is crazy. Like you forgot how much elevation you got just from point A to point B. But dude, my cardio is
Pretty intense.
freaking weak. We
Sure.
were all
Yeah.
struggling. Well, except for Easton, he was just like trying to do parkour all over the rocks. But dude, that was wild.
Good.
And
Good.
Kelsey, she had the baby. She had the baby on the baby carrier, and we had to take breaks in between because she was sweating so much and it was hot. The body heat.
I'm sure. Fuck that. Yeah. Why can't you carry the baby?
No, I did where I could. I was holding the water, dude, and she's always doing that stuff, dude.
Here, I got the water. Unbelievable, you are.
Like whenever she was pregnant with Easton, we went kayaking. Whenever she was pregnant with Maverick, we went on this freaking long hike in Germany and we got lost. So it was an even longer hike.
Gosh.
She puts herself up on us and she's a freaking champ about it.
Yeah,
Killed it.
I'm sure.
Killed it. And
Well,
then after
good.
that, we were, oh no, we treated ourselves with some ice cream because they had a little ice cream spot. We were like, yeah, we deserve this. Let's get it.
Well,
Ice cream. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. But yeah,
I
other than
did.
that, dude, we just been doing things. When I got my PT application in, so physical therapy program application ready. I talked to somebody yesterday
What did you?
about one of my applications. Yeah.
Good. Good.
And seems like everything looks good on my end. Like they're like, dude, this is what we would kind of look at. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things that you can work on, but you know, your background, currently training, all that stuff sets you up for success. So we'll see how it
Yep.
goes. We'll see where we'll
Well,
go.
good. Heck yeah, man. That's good. Good to hear.
I'm excited
Yes.
to see where that goes. Yeah, man. And then, dude, so you said your kids were graduating. Do you have like new kids coming in or what?
So as of right now, we do not have new kids coming in. But we have like kids who all graduated like this past year. Most of them are coming back and they get to walk. But right now, we're just taking people who left recently. We can't bring in any new kids yet, but we will hopefully next month get some new students. So it's gonna be good though. I'm excited for it.
So how do they get signed up or how do they get linked up to that?
They go to Job Corps and fill out the application and come on down.
What kind of people would you recommend or advise going to?
Well, there's a few requirements. You got to be at least 16. and then 16 to 25 is what the age limit is there. And then of course you fill out an application to see if you are, you know, approved to be there. But we do offer a high school graduate or high school diploma, high set, or GED. So you get to choose or get the options of those. And then also you get trades. You know, we've got welding, we got OA, we have carpentry, plumbing, culinary, computer tech, welding. I don't know if I said that or not. But yeah, they've got a lot of different options, and I'm sure I'm missing some that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But a lot of options there for young people who, you know, maybe didn't have the best past, but are trying to get back on that path to success.
Yeah, dude, I think that's a great option,
It
especially
is.
if you want to start somewhere, especially if you want to start somewhere. Like that's a great way to kind of get your feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what is that the saying?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Um, yeah, because you get a little bit of experience of what the work life is, or what the
Yep.
job world is like, and if it's something that you're interested in, boom, get in there. You don't have to go to this
Yeah.
fancy school that costs like so much money for something that you're maybe interested in. You can go over
And
here.
all this is for free. All this you get it's paid for, and you also get paid to come to job course. That'd be
Man,
a great.
boy, that's
It
awesome.
really is an awesome opportunity. You get housing, food.
Housing and
I
food.
mean, yeah, yeah. So it's a lot.
Yeah, so hey, don't come up with excuses on I can't get a job because of this. Get signed up, see what you can do here, and then boom, set yourself up. Let's get it done.
Come on down to Job Corps.
Go to job corps.
George Foreman went to Job Corps.
There you go.
There's a movie on Netflix about it. I forgot what it's called, but when I seen that, I was like, "What?" But yeah, he went to a Job Corps. So I mean, I'm just saying, and that's just one example. But it's all about what you make. Again, we all have choices, you know, and it's about what you want to do with them, with the choices, and how you want to react. And again, it's all up to you. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. That's what that used to be. We used to have morning announcements, and that freaking whoever would announce it would always say that. His quote was, "Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours," and it's always stuck in my head.
Mike Epps did job corps.
Mike Epps, went to Job Corps, so shout out to Mike Epps.
That's the dude from
You know, shout
Friday,
out
right?
Job Corps. Yep,
And Halle Berry. Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, shout out.
Dude, what?
Just saying, like I said, there's opportunities there. It's all up to you what you do with that opportunity.
There we go. Exactly. Oh, dude. It's there. Use it.
It's not about where you came from. It's about where you're going.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So, what would you say or recommend people going into Job Corps to kind of be ready for or prep themselves?
The only thing I can say is, no matter what you're going into or what you're trying to do, don't forget the goal. There's going to be a lot of distractions in life. There's going to be, you know, everything in the world coming at you. But don't forget why you're choosing to do
Right.
whatever it is you're choosing to do.
That's right.
Don't forget your why. Don't forget your goal on why you're choosing to go this route. Because there's going to be numerous obstacles, numerous things getting in your way. But always remember why you're doing it.
Yeah. I like it. There we go, dude. Yeah, my dudes, they're in elementary. They started school last week, and you know, it changes. Oh well, it gets you set up to create a routine because you get through summer and you got to find ways to kind of get some going. But whenever your kids go to school, you build a routine, whether it's around your job, whether it's around like the gym, things like that. But just like anything else, you got to set up a plan. Got to
Mm-hmm.
plan and put that into work.
There
So
you go.
for me, since I'm still trying to knock out this one class, and I'm still doing my research on the physical therapy programs. and I'm still building the brand and training and all this stuff. I always, have to prioritize also the health. And the one way that I do is, well, I started back up because before I was kind of, it wasn't consistent because there's always something that comes up.
Yep.
But I'm going back to first thing in the morning before anybody wakes up, probably like an hour or two before they wake up, because I got to wake up myself. And then gym time, hour, hour and a half, if I can make it stretch that far. But getting that in, dude, that's the hardest
Mhm.
part. The rest of the day, you just got to keep on trucking, get it
Yep.
done, take the kids to school, wham bam.
Wham bam, he says. No, absolutely.
Well, and then you got to go to sleep at a certain time. And then that's another thing where setting a schedule for your kids too.
Hmm.
A lot. Dude, I was thinking about this the other day. I love being a parent, but it's hard, dude, to mold these creatures in the best way. See, you got Frank over there, and he just, how am I gonna mold this pup to not
Needy
whine?
bastard. This guy's a needy AJ. This guy's a needy mother trucker, bro. My God, do you hear him right now? Like I don't like just because he wants some attention.
Just give him some pets, dude.
24/7. 24/7.
Boxer, yeah, our boxer is 11, and yeah, she whines a lot. Whether it's well, she's got a good little routine herself with when she knows she's gonna eat, but she
Mm-hmm.
whines like an hour before it. I'm like, dude, we're doing this right now. Or she's got to go potty like 20 times a day. Like, dude, you just went out. Chill out. Go back on the water. No, but yeah. Same thing with like, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to relate dogs to kids. But building a routine, even with the kids, with the lunches, the meals, that's all set up at the beginning of the week, Sunday. Even then, you have to plan out like the meals for the week. Because again, you got to plan for success.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you're gonna be
Absolutely.
like, dude, we didn't plan for the day. Let's go get some McDonald's. Let's go get some
Yep.
dang Burger King or whatever it is, Pizza Hut,
Yep.
because it's easy when you could have planned ahead, had something healthy, protein, veggies, a little bit of carbs, other carbs, fats, stuff like that. Get a whole plate of the nutrition you need, and then making sure them kids get the right sleep along with you. Cause we talked about the sleep before. Make sure they get like 9 or so hours of sleep. Them brains they need to keep working. They need to do well.
I could use a niner. I could use a niner. Let me get a niner.
You only need 7. Okay, dude, you're good. You only need
Well, I feel
7.
like I could use a niner right about now, man.
No, but it varies, varies.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. And whenever it comes to like prepping meals and stuff like that, there's different ways. You can do Pinterest. That's what we do. Me and Kelsey team up. She usually does most of the work because she's more of a diverse eating. I could eat like the same thing multiple days.
I
She
do.
has to have
Chicken and
something
rice
different.
all day long.
But yeah, going on Pinterest, there's other things. The Cheers to Health app, we have meal plans and stuff like that where you can get ideas.
Shout out. Cheers to health.
Yeah. But you also have to take into consideration on how you're gonna take that meal for these freaking minions. Okay, 'cause these minions can be ruthless and they might not want to eat.
Hey, first of all, back up off my boys, man. Okay?
Well, I'm just
Back
saying,
off. If they want to eat cereal, give them a bowl of cereal,
I'm not
bro.
gonna do that. See that?
If they want an extra glass of milk, give them the freaking glass of milk before we fight.
And breakfast, making things easy like a shake, smoothie, something like that, right there, dude. Some yogurt,
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that too.
something high in protein. I try to aim for protein first thing in the morning, set yourself up pretty well.
Hmm.
That's the same thing with the boys. We do that. Go to school and make sure. So I've seen this thing where mental, I think we hit on it on a certain aspect with like chronic illness, even at earlier ages and things like that, could be due to a lot of things like foods,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. But making sure that we talk to the kids. Because I know growing up, we'd go to school, we'd come back, like, hey, go outside, go play, blah, blah, go to bed. There wasn't really any time to really understand, like, how'd your day go? What'd you do? To really understand, are you struggling somewhere? What are you
Yeah.
struggling with? And that goes back to communication, where that could start expressing yourself, finding out your emotions, things like that. As a parent,
Absolutely.
that should be your spot where your kids feel comfortable expressing themselves and having somewhere to go. Because if not, they can
Hmm.
go somewhere else, and then that might be a bad influence or something like that.
Hmm.
So making it a space, yeah, you can have that tough love to a point, but at the end of the day, they need somewhere to be able to talk,
Absolutely.
and that's why I make it a big deal. I pick them up from school. Now, first thing I'm like, hey, how was the day? Oh, it was good. Okay, what'd y'all do? What was good about it? What was your favorite part? Just breaking it down to make sure they actually explain. Okay, it was good. How was it good? That's
Yep.
when you can build off that
Absolutely. Yep. I like that. That's good. Good.
communication, even with the kids.
Keep having those conversations, man. That's
Yeah.
good.
And then keeping them busy. Even when you come home, we I told you, I have them in sports usually, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, all that stuff. And I've been talking about getting them in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Finally did on Monday, putting that in there and getting them exposed to, a little group team thing. But at the end of the day, they're going to be doing something solo. But it's that morale thing. I think that's what martial arts kind of good
Yep.
at, is just having this team thing. And
Hmm.
I remember looking back, even with the DJ bros,
Yeah.
they were talking about that, where they do mixed martial arts, and they love it not only because of what it is, but the people around, the
Hmm.
team, the environment. It's positive. It pushes them. And that's the same thing with kids. You want to put them in a good environment, and that's what I looked at when I was like, okay, I really got to do this. I really got to do this. Because if I don't, I mean, yeah, they do sports and stuff, but at this age, it's not as close knit or whatever.
Hmm.
Like, okay, they do this, they do that, and then boom. I feel like in mixed martial arts, there's more time to be able to build relationships.
Yes.
The coaches are more connected. I ever got put on the spot on Monday, because sometimes you need a little bit of discipline from an outside source.
Good. Come on.
Because he was kind of dozing off. It's a class still. You're supposed to pay attention, do these moves and stuff. So he saw Mav kind of look off. He's like, "Hey Mav, I'm over here." And then he kind of kept looking around. It's like, "No, Maverick, over here. Look over here." And then he'd ask him questions. He'd be like, "Did you hear me?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Sick. Yes, coach." He kind of got his head down. And then he'd ask him questions like, "Okay, so what do I do with this? Remember what I said? Do this." And then he kind of walk it through, put his head down, a little embarrassed, of course. He's getting put on the spot. But kids need that. They need to
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
hey, dude, we're here, we're together in the moment. Focus on here, learn the
Hmm.
ways, because this is how you're gonna get better. And I was like, yeah, that's awesome, dude. There we go.
That is. That is. That is. That is really good. Because a lot of people would be like, oh, whatever, he's not paying attention. I got these other ones that'll listen to me. But that's good that he, hey, bud, we're over here. Come on, let's focus here. So good.
Dude, and I found out that the coach is actually the son of one of my clients.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
Oh, well, cool.
the dude, and I don't know if I told you this part, but my dude won a gold medal, and he broke the world record at the end of the last month, or was it the beginning of this month?
Wow.
Yeah, it was the beginning of this month.
Well, good. Congratulations to that. Heck yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so maybe I'll talk to him and get him on the pod one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be
Him and
awesome.
his son.
That's really cool. Good for him. Good for you too. That's awesome, man. Good job.
No, yeah, he's been kicking butt. He's consistent, and he's always trying to do better. We're already set up for the next phase, so we're already pushing through, getting on to the next one, and that's awesome. And I think about as people get older, they start getting intimidated. They're
Hmm.
like, "What the? I can't do this." And he was even telling me, he was like, some of the people around him, they were like kind of scooting around, not in the best way. You know what I mean? They would lift the
Yeah.
weight and then move on. But he's freaking on top of it, dude. He's got great balance, good mobility. He's killing it. And I want that to be like a standard for everybody. Not even a standard, just somewhere where they can see and be like, "Dude, I could do that, and I can live my best life, my longest life in the best way possible if I just, do these things the way that I'm supposed to." Get active.
Stay
Do
active.
things.
Stay
Find
active.
an activity that interests you and just keep doing it. Don't give up. If you got something hurt, manage it well and, stay consistent with it because you can go through it and end up doing great things.
No, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, dude. But before we wrap it up, I have to say the transformation challenge did get wrapped up in our winner. A drum roll. I don't have a drum roll on here, but is our cheers to health freaking person,
Me.
Lulu, aka Victoria,
He goes.
aka
He does.
getting it done. She's the
Good
winner.
job, Lulu. Good job, Victoria.
So yeah, once we get her back on here, we're gonna have to give her, some more props. But me and Brian, we were brainstorming because yeah, we went over like the summer, how it was busy. There's a lot of things. It's hard to stay on a program. Yeah, you're staying healthy. You're doing the things you're supposed to, but it's harder to stay on that program to be able to achieve the goals that you really want. So I'm thinking we should shift another, transformation challenge, maybe like a fall edition, winter edition, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
where, we can kind of be more mindful when we do certain things, like when we go to Thanksgiving or, Christmas parties and things like that, not to get too carried away. But if we do, at least, we're kind of in a way cushioned because we stayed in a good path.
Absolutely.
So that's gonna be something that we're gonna be working on, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on that one because yeah, your boy, I'm a
Well,
personal trainer,
she might have got this one. She got lucky. Okay, beginner's luck. I'll be back.
but
Next one's mine.
we like to have fun. I like to have fun. I like to enjoy my beers, but sometimes we gotta be a little more dialed in to get to a certain level on things. That's what worry might
Yeah,
be.
just challenge the body, challenge the mind a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, but that's something we're gonna be looking in. And if you guys have any questions on back to school things, whether it's, getting a good routine going or finding ways to get a good solid routine going, reach out to us. We'll brainstorm, we'll get something going for you, and hopefully we'll set you up for success. 'Cause that's our goal. We want to keep you active. We want to do things.
There's a lot of workouts you can do at home too. I mean, like I said, I got a little gym out here that I just made up myself. it doesn't take a whole lot to get a good little workout in. So
Yeah.
if you guys need any pointers or any help on, maybe building a little home workout or, a little plan, just let us know. We'll help you out as much as we can.
Oh yeah. There we go. And just keep a lookout for that. If you guys have any ideas. Oh, by the way, um, we got some merch out there. I'm gonna try to update it. I see Brian with his also, and yeah, I got some people out with their stuff, repping it out. But if you do,
Hmm.
take a picture, show us, and we'll freaking shout you out on the socials and stuff. We appreciate it, and we just want to spread the word. We want to be able to get everybody healthy and give you all the information we can to put you on that right path. All right.
Yep. And have
With
those
that,
conversations.
yo, hey,
Cheers to health, mother
cheers to
truckers.
health, mother tuckers.